It's Carol. It's Carol. Let me. I got a few mosquitoes out here. That's when do we just wake up one morning and we're like, for flip's sake, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore because as much as people can tell you that you're helping, all it takes is for a couple of people to push the right button and then you wake up and you don't want to do this stuff anymore, right? Yeah, like if you listen to these people on YouTube, they're telling me I need some bond money, right? They're about to get me locked up for something. Hurry up, please. Hurry up. Hold on, bro. Man, I think I got 5. Damn, I ain't got the Play-Doh police here. They want to violate my First Amendment. Yeah, see guys, have a good day. Somebody called the YouTube police, and now they want to suspend my First Amendment rights. Hey, officer. Fuck you very much. You too, sir. Fuck yourself. And the guy that drove in before you. Hey, First Amendment. It's a civil right, not a county right. You fucking loser. Never, ever, 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 ever. But what I frequently dream. See is like the situation, right? Like imagine you're looking down on a situation and you can see all the people and everything. That's how I keep having these dreams, right? And sometimes I have the dreams where it's like I'm behind her, like right behind her, like a day or two behind her. Not like here she is, here I am. Like I'm a day or two behind her, right? And I woke up at about 4 this morning because I had a dream. Oh, it's equally as disturbing. You know, the dream didn't say anything about who she's with or, you know, any of that jazz. You know what I mean? So it was more disturbing, yeah. So then I started, you know, like I woke up and I was just sitting there and I was like, what? And so I just started like thinking about it in my mind. My heart was racing and I was sweating and I was like, what is going on? And when I sat up, I went to the couch and I was just thinking and I was like, thank you, Philip. And as soon as I felt like I had an understanding of the situation, I started making some videos about it, right? And thank you, Philip. We heard about all this. Thank you, Philip. We heard about all this essay stuff, right? And as soon as I felt like I had an understanding of the situation, I started making some videos about it, right? And I started making some videos about it, right? And I had to ask myself, like, Benny, that stuff, I got a few mosquitoes out here, that stuff was going around, the essay stuff was going around for a few weeks. And then you come on and you say about 3 days worth of stuff about it, and then it just goes quiet, right? I wouldn't even know why. I wouldn't even know why. Oh, Brandy. Sorry to hear that. If you have this child, can we see how much power a child's life has now? One child's life has tens of thousands of grown, probably 20s of thousands of adults acting like absolute morons. Absolute morons. That's the power this little girl has. It shows you the lack of power that some adults have. Look at the way this thing is going, right? I do want to take a moment right now and say to Chasing Justice, ma'am, I don't know what your issue with me is. You're not showing any... Thank you. Thank you, Bonnie. Like, I don't know what your issue with me is, man, but your behavior is over the line, okay? Your behavior is over the line, and You have to know that anything I do online, I do it within the intent of the law. I'm not breaking. You can't get me to come out here and break no laws. This is not, this YouTube, the beef portion, it is not that serious. You are not going to get me to come out here and break the law. So it makes for great content, right? My wife keeps telling me, babe, why do you keep playing with these morons? And I say, wife, it's so hard. Shit. It's so hard when these people do this sometimes. Then other times, it's just so easy to ignore it. It's so hard when these people do this sometimes. Then other times, it's just so easy to ignore it. Right? So, to you, madam, ignore it. Right? So, to you, madam, slow your roll, madam. Right? Anyways, enough about that. So, I thought to myself, well, can you go online and even talk about having a dream? Do you sound like one of the psychics that's not doing what they should be, right? Benny, what would be a good example? Benny, look at my face. What would be a good example of what you mean when you refer to psychics so that you don't have the sort of situations you had with Bob last week talking about psychics? Which one, Benny? Because I believe you had been pretty clear about what psychics you mean, Benny. Clearly, I was not clear. So, let's clear it up right now, okay? You guys, I start to ask myself, like, Benny, man, each case that you're talking to a victim, helping a victim, like everyone just swore Monica Sherrod was going to be locked up. In fact, no, not at all. They thought her son Cameron, he was going to be locked up. No, not at all, right? And so the stuff that I had to put up with, the attacks on my family, the real life attacks, the attacks on me, and I made it through that one. This one, it's much worse, but much different, right? Very much different. I'm not sure if, well, I'm not even going to I'm not going to say that. But anyways, guys, I'm just so tired, you guys. I really am. I'm exhausted. I just can't seem to like in real life, this stuff is affecting my real life. I know it's affecting a lot of other people's real lives. That I've had to bear a cross during all of this as well. Right? Shares had to bear a cross. And I just ask, when is enough? Right? When is enough? Right? When do we just wake up one morning and we're like, for flip's sake, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore because as much as people can tell you that you're helping, all it takes is for a couple of people to push the right button and then you wake up and you don't want to do this stuff anymore, right? Yeah. Like if you listen to these people on YouTube, they're telling me I need some bond money, right? They're about to get me locked up for something. Hurry up, please. Hurry up. Like I just keep getting these. I mean, like, what the hell is going on? It never stops, man. Why? Look at this. Just since we've been talking right now. Ontario, Canada. Man, for what? For what? Why? Look at here. Here we go. Hello? 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 Oh. Hello? 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 All day, every day. Man, for what? It's just a woman on here that is trying to get the balls up to say something to me, you know, and I hate that it's that way, right? There's no reason I would be going to jail, April. No reason at all, right? They hang up before I can even answer it. It's Carol. Let me show you real quick, guys. See what I have to do. Is I gotta go in here and silence unknown callers, right? So, I mean, damn, man. Hold on, guys. Every day, all day. They'll just make another number. Right? They'll just make another number. Yeah. It's Chasing Justice is who it is. Yes, she put out some, like, yeah, I called the shit out of that lady because she called the shit out of me first. And I didn't know who it was, and they weren't coming through. It was like by the time I got the message request or whatever, and I went in there, I was like, holy shit, there's like 30 calls from this woman. Like, why? She said, keep it coming. I'll predict you'll be in jail in 24 to 36 hours. There's facts for you. So, this lady, like, this is her. That's her. Chasing Justice. That's her. Carol Baskin. It's Carol White. That's her name. Carol Brogan White. I won't do shit to her. Message her. She'll make 50 videos and then I'll send her 8 messages in a row and, oh my God, I'm getting pregnant. This shit is so lame, guys. This shit is lame. Lame. Right? Like, she's still calling. Right? She just called. She made a Phoenix, Arizona number now. Call it back. I'm tired, y'all. There we go. She does not have a life, no. Hello. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. I can't change my number. Yeah, I've had this one for 10 years. Right? Got people in prison got this number. Right? I don't have no way to just alert all the people in the world that have this number, right? I don't know how she gets off on it. I do have a huge fan. Fanatic. She's just all fanned out, right? What do you do? Right? Like, what can you do with it, man? It's impossible to keep it all the way what people on the YouTube want it to look like. It's impossible to keep it looking that way. We are human, right? Man, I'm tired, man. I want the little girl to come home. I'm this, that, and the third because I believe in due process. I believe in innocence before guilt. I believe that if you're out here breathing free air where I'm at, it's a reason for it. And I imagine if I stay out here very long, the police will pull up right here. Look at this lady. I just did it, and wow, Spirit is totally angry with DW and his fans. This is the thing. This is the thing. Aren't a whole bunch of you going to feel like idiots when we get down to the end of this thing and you see all the videos that I've been recording and putting onto YouTube in a playlist that you can't see yet? Isn't that going to be real silly when we get to the end of this thing and you realize what the hell Ben Keys had going on in his mind, man? I support any man who's... I now support Barry Morphew. So, I mean, in a way, you had to support him before, right? He's in jail, but he's still innocent until proven guilty. So, sorry about that. The devil is busy. The devil is busy, right? Barry Morphew, that was a situation that was really hard for me to even speak on because I support the man. I support him. Guess what? Not very many podunk Colorado counties, they're going to let you make a bond on a murder. They don't let you do that, right? Here in the city of Dallas, oh yeah. But out there in Podunk, so why they cut that man loose on a bond? Looked like both his daughters picked him up. Now you got. Thank you, Debbie. Sorry. Garbage truck. Should have known better. I'm sorry for those of you that don't like how that sounds. Thank you, Sheila. A lot of people won't like the way that sounds this morning. I back Barry Morphew. You have to back Brian Laundrie. As much as you hate it, he's not a suspect. There is some activity, however, for those of you that haven't been made aware. There's some activity on his Instagram. Now, they can't pinpoint whether that activity is activity for unfollowing or blocking him, or if he's unfollowing and blocking folks. But there's activity. So yeah, I don't even go into that. So that's that. Any of you ever had a speeding ticket? And you're like, no, I don't. I just know I wasn't speeding, so I'm going to fight it in court. That is the most simple way. The most simple way I can boil it down. I know hundreds of thousands of you have had speeding tickets or parking infractions or whatever, and you go to court because you're like, no, I'm fighting it. I know, they're wrong. They're just wrong. I'm telling you, right? Well, then you get there, and you may or may not beat the ticket, right? The thing is you had the chance in America to fight the ticket. You don't have that same luxury other places in the world. That wouldn't be a suspect, KM. That would be a persons of interest, and that's what you're hearing is a persons of interest. You've heard John Walsh call him a suspect. You've heard John Walsh say that this is a homicide, but not anybody else. So, very sensational. That's it. You're innocent. It doesn't even matter who accuses you, right? It doesn't matter who accuses you. What matters is that in America, do I think Casey Anthony is innocent? My three sons, is Casey Anthony out of jail? Huh? Is Casey Anthony out of jail? I'm guessing she's out of jail. So Casey Anthony's out of jail. Then yes, I believe she's innocent. I believe she's innocent. Have to. Who am I? If the court renders a judgment, who am I? Who are we, right? And furthermore, once the court either renders or doesn't render, you have to go, right? OJ innocent. By the court standard, yes. Criminal court, yes. Civil court, no. Civil court found him liable for the wrongful death of both of those people. Bad jury, maybe. But you can't go undo it. You have to move on with your life, right? Yes. Right? Yeah, man. If the court doesn't put him in jail, they're innocent, and you move on with your life because there's so much more in life to worry about. Other than is this person innocent or guilty? Like, you may not like the verdict. You can be upset about it for a little bit, but then you gotta move on, right? Like, think about all the times that you know the court did get it right. They're putting innocent people to death. I think it's slowed down, but it's still happening. It means they're innocent. It doesn't mean that what did you say? It doesn't mean they're innocent. It was just the decision made. Listen, it's. I know it's a hard concept, but There's a reason why. Look here. Look here. So guys, you see how she's blind, right? She's got a rag over her face. Justice is blind. Hoo-ah? Hoo-ah. Or is she? Right? I'm pretty sure every picture of Justice you see, she'll look just like that. So what does that mean? Justice is blind faith. Hoo-ah? Not to say they don't get it wrong or that they haven't and they won't continue to get it wrong. It's that it is a system that keeps law and order. And that because we send American boys and American girls overseas in all directions to fight and kill and be killed, that is for freedom and justice. You cannot have justice without freedom. And you cannot have freedom without justice. The two are bound together, right? You cannot give freedom to everyone but no law. That'd be an anarchy, right? You cannot have all law, right? Then you have an anarchy, right? So, or worse, a dictatorship or whatever, right? So the two go hand in hand. When you send Americans overseas to fight in wars, it is for freedom and justice. When we go overseas and we track down the Osama bin Ladens of the world, and we hook them up to Jesus and send them home, right? When we do that, that's in the name of justice. That's because these terrorists have broken the law and that these American boys are over here kicking in doors on huts, serving up justice through the end of their rifle, if need be. Hoo-ah? Hoo-ah? The greatest terrorist execution ever, Osama bin Laden. The man that killed him is hailed, right? He is absolutely hailed as a hero. We don't even have any proof. I mean, the kind of proof YouTube needs, right? For them to say, oh yeah, we buried him at sea. We fed him to the sharks. That's good. But you mean to tell me you don't have a video of the man laying on the floor of the helicopter before you pushed him out? You don't have the sort of YouTube proof that we need over here on these other cases, but we didn't need it for that, right? It's blind faith. It's faith that when you walk into a courtroom, if YouTube hasn't meddled in the foreground, in the backstage, justice can prevail and it can move uninterrupted. Now, I'm going to close with this. Because it's, I don't know. Did you know that we had people? Did you know we had people that had information about the Petito case? And they decided to go to the YouTube first before the police. Can you imagine all of the clout chasing cowboy bullshit that could ever be invented? They're doing it over there now. That's why I refuse to make even one video about it. Hoo-ah? Look at here. Looky here. Looky here. TikTok's obsession with the Gabby Petito case is sparking a debate over how much true crime fans are really helping. A woman who was impacted by a high-profile crime in the past is calling out online sleuths while police are questioning why some people with potentially key information are turning to social media first. I'm trying to keep from screaming, man. I'd like for all of you to read this over your breakfast. With your breakfast. Man. Hoo-ah. Gone in 100. I can't even, guys. I can't even. For what? Right, for what? Okay, guys. Well, that's about all I have for right now. Oh, the link didn't work. Go over and check out my tea time. Thank you, Maddie.